Hello everyone, welcome to this first episode of Fancast, the fandom podcast. I am Hatsui, your host for today, and I'm here with Shiiff. Shiiff, he is an author on AO3, they write Dream SMP fanfictions, they have a Discord server, it is very nice and very chaotic, I love it there. And, well, we are here to talk about Dream SMP and being fanfic writers on AO3. Shiiff, you are good to come.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've had a very good day, a very chill day too. We just cleaned a room actually, so
Oh, that's very nice.
yeah, everything is very good. So
Mm.
you are, as I said, you're a writer. How
Yeah.
did that start? You write fan fiction when you're free. How? Why did you start
Mm.
writing? Why did you?
Honestly, I don't really know. I've always really liked writing, but then I found AO3 and I was kind of like, oh, okay, this is cool. And then I was kind of like, why don't I do that? And then I just kind of did. I read some fics and I was kind of like, this is really cool. So why not? You know?
Yeah, it is actually really
Mm.
cool. Yeah, some of your
Yeah.
stories, some of your
Mm.
stories, like Tomini, the God of Kindness, are actually kind of staples in the fandom. At least I have seen a lot of people
Mm.
talking about them. How do you feel about that? Knowing that some of your works are known by people in the fandom as your works and as good stories worth recommending.
Oh, it's actually mad because I started writing. I was kind of like, okay, this is just like this isn't like gonna be anything really. I didn't expect to get more than a couple hundred hits, like at most. But then I kind of woke up one morning and it kind of like not blew up, but it got like a lot bigger than it was the night before, and I was kind of like, okay. I was kind of just like in shock for a bit of it, and it's kind of mad, like in a good way. I don't know how to describe it really. It's just
Yeah, you were
cool.
surprised. You were surprised
Hmm.
that people liked what you wrote because like you wrote them for yourself. You wrote
Yeah.
them because hey, I like this idea. I'm gonna write them, and then people started to
Hmm.
like that idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Hmm.
It can be overwhelming, right? It can be, but it is good. A good kind of
Yeah.
overwhelming. A good kind of
Hmm.
hey, I can do thing that people enjoy. And with fan
Hmm.
fiction, when it's all about fans and for fans, knowing that other people
Hmm.
enjoy how you think about the fandom, it's very nice actually.
It
Here,
really is.
yeah, Liam Hayden says, "I love
Mhm.
fanfiction. I'm a big fanfiction enjoyer. I think we all are fanfiction enjoyers, right?"
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite fics? Like any fics that inspire you along the way or that you connected with
Hmm.
when writing?
I guess so, because the author of Tommy Note's Unbeatable Method of Avoiding Sudden Death, I kind of came across those pretty early on. Like there was Boy in the Bubble, which is another work that they did, and I was kind of like that was really good, and I was kind of just like that was kind of inspiring, I guess, because it's like goes very in with like a lot of like the hurt comfort that I write, like yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Hard comfort is a very big factor in your works actually. And Tom Minute,
Yeah.
I cannot pronounce that fic, but it is infamous
Yeah.
for everything
Hmm.
actually, for the angst and the hard
It
comfort.
really is. Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is actually, it
Mm.
can be kind of obvious that you like that fake actually. Everyone likes that fake because of the hard comfort.
Everyone loves it.
That is not actually
Mm.
a bad thing. Actually, I personally have not read it because My Hero Academia was a big thing in my brain for 3 years, and I don't have energy for
Mm.
superheroes. But it is a very good fake. It's a very good fake.
Yeah.
Now, Tomini, the
Mm.
God of Kindness, right? It was the first story of
Mm.
yours I read. It is a very good
Yeah.
story.
Thank
How?
you.
Yeah, and the whole idea behind that is, aside from the SBI, which angsty, very angsty SBI, the idea
Yeah.
of the gods adopting Tommy. That is actually the first
Mm.
time I saw it was in your fic. How did you come up with that? With the
Mm.
idea of them being like, hey, since Tommy's mom's a child, we should just
Mm.
bring him into the family.
Mm.
That idea,
Like yeah.
how did you come up
Like
with it? It is.
I, I'm not really sure. I just kind of I always really like the idea of like a Dream and Tommy like dynamic kind of thing. So when I was kind of like Dream XD and Tommy, what's like not like what's the difference, but kind of like why not, Because it's kind of like I hadn't seen it be like done that much before, so I was kind of just like sure, and then I just kind of liked it. I don't know.
Yeah, this duo has a very good dynamic, and actually, this duo, but
Mm.
with Remix instead of Dream, it is a very good dynamic too. Like in canon, it does not exist. In canon, it's not a dynamic that we have in canon, but in fanon, it's
Mm.
actually quite popular. But
Yeah.
I saw it as a big brother dynamic. It's usually a parental dynamic, but in yours, it's a big brother dynamic. That is actually very good. It
Mm,
was very good to read. And
thank
I
you.
I actually did not know that Rista could be used also for anything else than chaos, like for vengeance, before reading
Mm,
your fic. And now it's like, that is actually,
yeah.
yeah,
Mm,
that is actually something that
yeah.
is very good to see.
Mm. I always really like their like streams and YouTube videos and stuff like that. Um, like yeah. So I was kind of just like, yeah, why not? Just just add her in, see what happens, really.
Yeah. Yeah, also
Mm,
like the whole Tommy is a deity thing, like Tommy as a god. That is also a very good
mm,
idea. Like aside from your
mm,
thing, in general, Tommy as a god is something that we don't see because he is like the most, not the most, but one of the most tragic characters on the server because he's always alone. So seeing him as a
mm,
deity, it is something good, especially as a deity after he dies.
mm. Like yeah, I just mm, it's cool. Like I sorry, I'm really bad at words right now. I'm kind of nervous,
No,
but
it's
like
okay. It's okay. It's we are all nervous. It's
yeah,
my first time doing this too. It is
yeah.
okay to be nervous. Don't worry. It's completely
Mm,
okay. But
mm.
yeah,
Like yeah, it's just the idea of like Tommy is like a deity god kind of thing. I was kind of just like, well, he's like essentially just like a natural form of chaos. Like if you think about it, it's like why
yeah,
not just give him some extra power, see what he does, you know?
yeah. It's like
Mm.
Tommy. Like we have seen Tabo in a box. What will he do? This time is Tommy with the power of the universe. What will he do?
Yes, literally.
The answer: he will just revive his cow.
Yeah. I don't know why I was so emotionally attached to Henry in all the streams, and I was kind of just like, so was he. Why not? I want him back.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, that is the best reason to do anything in a fic. It's just, you know what, this minor character, this minor part of the plot, I will bring it back. And
Just yes.
Henry, it's just Henry. We all love that cow.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, we all miss that
Henry's
cow.
Henry's we all need Henry in our lives
We
always.
we do. We need Henry in our lives. Actually, that is actually one of the saddest part of Erin's first stream was seeing him kill that cow. It was like
Hmm.
Vietnam flashbacks of what happened to Henry. It was so.
07 Henry.
Yeah. It was like, hey, that cow deserves rights because Tommy
Just
says so.
right. Just whatever Tommy says goes. So like, who am I to
Exactly,
judge?
exactly. Especially when Tommy likes a cow or an animal, we are all just
Hmm.
jumping to say, hey, he adopted that. But no, Erin had other plans.
He had other plans.
Yeah. Also, speaking of
Mm.
the family dynamics in your freak, I've noticed that you
Mm.
don't like SBI very much.
No, I don't like. It's not that I don't like them very much. Like as like content creators, I love them so
Yeah,
much. Like I love the
yeah,
dynamic and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Of
Yeah,
course, we all like that. But I mean, in
yeah.
the like the characters, you don't have,
Mm.
you don't seem to have a very positive view on them as characters, as family.
No, that's a fair point. Like I don't really know what it was, but I was kind of just like I know I have no problem with FBI fics. Like I love that. That's the most of what I read. But I was kind of like, it's been done a lot, and I know Bad Family SBI has been done a lot as well. But I kind of just want to like mix it up because it's like I don't see enough of Carl Napperty and Tommy, and that just can't be done. Like that needs to be
Oh
fixed, you
yeah,
know?
it's amazing. Actually, but
Mhm.
especially in Tommy Need, like the God of Kindness, right? There was a
Mm.
part in that SBI that was kind of like bad SBI in the sense of they did not hate Tommy. They were not outright abusive all the time,
Mm.
but they were just naturally flawed as characters, and that was actually very nice to see. Because I was so
Mm.
used to seeing people just make completely out of character SBI to make them bad, and you did not do that. It
Mm.
actually feels like things they
Thank
would
you.
do as in character, especially Wilbur's
Mm.
like anger problems and Techno's
Mm.
place dismissal. It always felt that way, and that was actually very nice to see.
Yeah. Thank you. Like, yeah. Like I just wanted to write something for once that was kind of like not like exaggerated, kind of like show like the subtle like underlying kind of things that can happen as well, because it's like all of it's kind of like with Bad Family it's always kind of like just like hardcore like abusive like manipulative and all that. I kind of would be like, what about like the smaller things that all build up eventually and kind of just make somebody just like lose it completely, like have like that strong hatred for them that they
Yeah, of course. It's like it's not always like when you're in a bad situation. It's not always about the everything bad all the time. Sometimes there are good parts, but in that good parts,
Mm.
everything is still starting up, which
Mm.
is something that you can also see in like Roomba enjoyers. Actually, wait. Speaking of Roomba enjoyers, why
Yeah.
Roomba enjoyers? I
Look,
never got the name. I actually need context for that one.
okay, I do actually have like a little kind of like subplot idea of that, like one of like the bonus story kind of things. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like one day, like I was writing at my dad's house, and it's the most random thing. I was kind of just like one day, like, because he has like one of those little like Hoover like vacuum
Oh yeah.
robot like Roomba things, and I kind of saw it, and I was kind of like, you know what, just do it, because could not think of anything else to name it. I was kind of just like, just what am I supposed to do here? Then just kind of threw on a random name and was like, good enough.
Yeah, of course. The thing is, like, because that whole story happens inside a Discord server, it is perfectly good for it to be a random name. It is perfectly
Yeah,
acceptable. I have seen so many Discord servers with names that you will never understand. But also, who doesn't enjoy Roombas? Those stupid
exactly.
fuckers. Like, oh my god, they are so stupid and so adorable. I love them. I love them.
they're like they're just like no thoughts, head empty,
Exactly. Head
just
empty, no
Roomba.
sauce.
I love it.
They're like a very stupid chihuahua who cleans your house. They're literally
Yes.
like a very stupid chihuahua who moves around cleaning your house and does not pay
Mm.
attention to where the stairs are.
Literally.
Head
Oh god.
first, and they go head first into the stairs because, of course, a chihuahua does that. I don't have a chihuahua; I have a poodle, but same thing. Like, I
Same
have
thing.
I have seen my dog try to jump in on top of the counter. Like they saw my mom's boyfriend cat, and like the dog. She tried to jump over the counter, and she went head first to a door, to a cabinet door, and oh my god! Do you have any pets? Actually, do you have any pets?
At my dad's house, he like they're not necessarily any of my pets, but he has a lot of animals there because he lives on like a massive kind of like it used to be farmland, but now like my stepmom loves horses and stuff like that, so she's like a
Hmm.
shit ton of horses. um, there are also we originally had one cat, but then it got pregnant, and now we have nine. And there are also quite a few dogs and stuff as well, and there are also chickens, which are pretty cool.
Let's be
But
real.
dogs
Having
are
a cat is
idiots.
a dream. Yeah, dogs are stupid. Dogs have no brain cells. All dogs
Hmm.
of the same breed share one brain cell, and it is fried.
Yes. Like my dad has a Doberman and everyone's like, "Oh, that's a big scary dog" and stuff like that. But
Mm.
like this like my dad's dog is an idiot. Like it couldn't hurt like a
Yeah,
fly. It's just stupid, like absolutely stupid.
yeah. Okay. Returning to topic because I got quite
Oh yeah, yeah,
sidetracked
yeah.
there because
We got very
Roombas
off
and
topic there.
Roombas. Do you
Mm.
think, speaking of Roomba enjoyers, this is something that I saw. Do you think Tommy has ever taped a knife into a Roomba in like Carnape's house and made
Oh,
the stabby McStabby
definitely.
joke? Do you think he has done that? Because that is
Definitely.
something he would do. That is something he would do.
Yes,
I
yes, that is definitely canon.
that like seriously. Just like I have made a
Yes.
joke with Tommy in Room Enjoyers Tommy specifically that he has made a joke of collecting diagnosis like Pokemon cards. He has also made a stabby joke. That is,
Yes.
those are my two headcanons for your Tommy. I'm gonna be honest.
Yes. I love that though.
Speaking of like Tommy living with Carnapity and seeing him, that is actually something new that I saw. I was used to see either Carnapity adopting Rambo or all three of the kids. But specifically Tommy
Mm.
having a dynamic, especially a parental one with Carnapity, that was new. That was very nice,
Mm.
very welcomed.
Yeah. Like I've always loved it. Like they've never really interacted much together as like all four of them like on streams or like as content creators or anything. But I've always kind of like loved like Sapnap and Tommy, Sapnap and Carl, Sapnap like not so what am I about Tommy and Quackity and all that. So I've kind of just like I was kind of just like I just why not you know like I loved it and then I was like works.
Well, yeah, actually, because he does have a very good dynamic. I actually have never seen his dynamic with Carl, but with Samnap and with Crockett alone, he has a very good dynamic with them.
Hmm.
Especially Quackity. They are like friends.
Oh yeah. I
So,
love it so much.
yeah.
Mm.
I something I really liked in Room Joyce actually was how because both he and Samnap are like nether hybrids, they just
Mm.
enable the other's chaos, and you have the other
Yes.
two looking from the background in horror.
Just no.
Just like, oh my god, he's poisoning the child.
Mm.
It is amazing. It is amazing. And the whole
Yeah.
like vending machine idea of like having Tommy trying to squeeze himself into a vending machine. And
Yeah.
just
Mm.
immaculate. Honest, I'm gonna be honest.
Thank you. I just most of the stuff I write for like that kind of thing is just like so random because it's like I usually write at like the dead of night and I'm kind of just like, yeah, whatever, I'm too tired for this.
That's
This
a mood.
works. This is
That's a
kind of
mood.
funny. Mm.
Yeah, that's
Like,
yeah, that's a
yeah.
mood. Because like, especially since the format is like right now it's like very story based, but it's mostly a dialogue driven chat fic. It is very easy to
Mm.
like get into the more lighthearted part, like lighthearted
Mm.
part of stuff of
Yeah.
things. It is very easy
Mm.
and it is very cool. Here
Thank you.
in chat, Latinx William McDonald, one of my mods says, "Really, the idea of Tommy stabbing anything is so funny." And yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Especially if the stabbing includes Phil's Minecraft in like room enjoyers.
Mm. Just a little subfic, just like Tommy Shanks Filzer.
Yeah, he's like, let's stab an old man.
Woo!
Yeah,
Anarchy.
anarchy. Yes. What do you know about anarchy? But it's just Tommy. It's just Tommy with a knife.
Tommy with the knife is a new face of anarchy.
Yeah, Tommy with a knife. What would he do?
What will he do?
Yeah, Tommy with a knife and three very revenge-seeking parents behind. What will he do?
Oh my god, I love that so much.
Yeah, that is I love that too. Honestly, that is amazing. That is an amazing idea. But like Roman
Yeah.
Joyce, right? It is very.
Mhm.
What are your hybrid headcanons? Because you have literally invented a very good hybrid backstory for that, and I like that. I really like the one.
Mm.
Like it, like hybrid racism. That is an unusual thing, but seeing like the different pack dynamics for the different things, or like Carl being a chameleon hybrid, that was actually very fun to watch
Yeah.
because he has like
Mm.
the color hoodie, you know. I'm gonna
Yeah.
think that you were dreaming because of that. If or I don't know your reasoning, but I love it. I love it anyway. I'm gonna be real.
Mm. Yeah, no, I don't really know. Like with the Carl being a chameleon thing, I was kind of just like, this was again, I was so tired, and I was kind of just like, what should I make Carl? Carl kind of sounds like chameleon, not really, but it's close enough, whatever. And just kind of went with it. And a lot of people seem to like that, like the disco Carl, the disco bit. Just like everyone was really into that, I think. So, mm.
Oh yeah, honestly, everyone loves the Discord thing. The Discord is a very good. Like I know people. I know there are people who don't like chat fix, but it is a very good format. It
Mm.
is a very good format, and also very
Mm.
accessible as a format to write.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't know how to write like word building and stuff. Just
Mm.
having people interact with each other. Personally, I could not write that because dialogue is not my forte. But if
Mm. Yeah.
it is a very good idea. How did you come
Yeah.
up with that? With having like your next story be like a chat fic?
I don't really know. I just like I've seen like a lot of like Dream SMP writers just kind of be like, oh yeah, this is the chat fic every Dream SMP author like not like it's like a not like a stereotype, but you get what I mean, kind of
Yeah, I know, I get
like
it.
a an unofficial like I can't remember the word for it,
A
but
rite
like
of passage.
initiation.
Yeah, a rite of
Yeah,
passage.
yeah,
It's like you are
yeah.
not a real Dream SMP author if you don't have a chat fic.
Yeah, it's like that, kind of, but not really. Like, I was kind of just like, everyone else is doing it. I'm just gonna follow the crowd, but like, not really. I don't really know how to phrase it. It was just like, kind of. Also, I really enjoy reading chatfic things because, like, I have ADHD, so it's hard for me to like
Right?
concentrate, especially on like massive blocks of writing. So I
Exactly.
was kind of just like, yeah, sure, it works, you know, like, mm,
Yeah, for me too. Actually, I do love chat fics for the same reason. They are very easy to engage with.
mm,
Incredibly
yeah,
easy to engage with, actually. But like,
mm,
also recently, Roomba enjoyers have passed what 30K like
yeah,
hits. You must be very
yeah.
proud of
It's
that.
I am. I'm also like, I'm still kind of shocked if I'm gonna be honest, because like personally, because Romeo and Joy is like, I am proud of that one. Like, it's mental to think about that, but I'm still kind of like in disbelief. Like, that's 30,000 people. Like, that is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, it is 30,000 people. But also because, like, Tommy Need the God of Kindness, it's a very good story, right? But Roomba Enjoyers
Mm.
feels personal. It feels like a more
Yeah.
personal story.
Mm,
Did
yeah.
like were you intending that to feel like a
Like
personal story?
kind of like it kind of started as like a vent fic because like I've never been like the best at, like expressing emotions and stuff like that. So I was kind of just like I was kind of like I don't really know how to phrase it, but like almost like writing is a way I let things out. So why not kind of just like combine both of them, kind of make it like kind of like my problems are also kind of like involved, but also not like it's not like me. So like people don't view it as like me feeling this way. It's like Tommy feels that way almost. Like obviously like people know like from my end notes especially and stuff like that I go into way too much detail in end notes, but
Yeah.
like people like definitely can see that it's like from like experience I think, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, but aside from the vent aspect, that it is very ingrained in the story because it feels like a
Yeah.
fanfic sometimes, but it also feels like a conversation, like especially the Discord parts. It feels like
Hmm.
things I done with my friends. It is something very relatable, and I have actually seen other people talk about this fic in that way. I am a
Yeah.
lurker in Discord servers about Dream SMB, and I have seen people talking about the fic
Hmm.
like that, like a conversation
Oh.
with friends and a relatable fic.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah. Like yeah, that's kind of like almost what I was going for, like with the characters and like with me, because like people read my fics, I'm also like I'm kind of like automatically kind of just like I'm so grateful for everyone, so I kind of like I want to talk to people, like I try and respond to like a lot of comments and stuff like that. I want it to feel like casual and not too forced, like between like everything. I don't really know, like I'm not the best at like answering things. Sorry if that's like not what you were meant, but like
no, it's okay. I understand what you mean. Don't
mm,
worry.
yeah,
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Don't
mm,
worry.
yeah, cool.
Yeah. And like your stories, like both of them, they really feel like they are accessible. Like both of them are very
Mm,
accessible stories. They are
yeah.
short. Well, at least Tommy the Ghost of Kindness is short. They are short. They are
Mm,
witty. They are fast paced. They are like good stories actually to read. They are
mm,
easy to engage with.
mm. Yeah.
You
Um.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Go.
No, 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 no. It's completely fine. Carry on, carry on. I can't even remember what I was gonna say.
No, it's okay. You had
Mm.
practice, like aside from writing fan fiction, do you have practice elsewhere, or how did you learn like your writing style? Because it is very distinct.
Hmm. Like, I'm not really sure to be honest, because it's kind of like I've like as I said, I've always been like really into writing and stuff like that. Like, I've done like a lot of like basic story writing, like poetry. Like, I even tried out songwriting for a bit. That was a mess, but we vibe.
Oh, we
Um.
vibe. Well,
Yeah, we vibe. We just
we
brush past
stand.
that bit. We stand. Yes.
Listen. Are
Um.
you really a person if you didn't write at least one song? As crazy as it may
So
be.
true.
Like seriously.
Oh God.
Carry on. I'm
Mm.
sorry. I interrupted you again. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. It's completely fine. Like, yeah. There is like quite like I do practice writing quite a bit. There are a lot of like fics that I just haven't posted because like I don't like I like them, but like or like I just like something just doesn't feel like right about it. I don't really know, but like I spend a lot of time like trying to get like characterization right. Sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing words.
No, it's okay.
Um, yeah, and like yeah, it's kind of. Sorry, my brain just like short circuited for a second there. Yeah, like a lot of stuff I do right, I understand is pretty out of character for a lot of things, but it's just kind of like I like building like kind of like their like personality like a bit out of character because it's kind of like I like including. Sorry, I'm really like, I'm kind of just rambling here. Like
No, you're not
I like
rambling. Actually, it is. You're good. You're good. Don't worry. You're not rambling.
okay, thank you. Like I really like I like giving them like a bit of like how they are as like not as a content creator, but like as like the characters that they do portray, like kind of like stuff, like random stuff, like little things they say or something like that. I don't really know, but like the rest of it, I kind of do like the creative side of like being able to like kind of like decide who they are, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. Like you combine things that are out of character because they are original to you, and the characters and content creators to create a new characterization for them that you like to be
Yeah.
distinct. I understood
Mhm.
correctly?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, your characterization actually, I have seen like, I don't think out of character things matter as long as they are like in character inside the universe of a fic. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really care about out of character stuff. As long as inside your own fic, like anyone keeps the characterization like not precise but consistent. No?
Yeah.
Like, it can be very
Yeah.
frustrating, especially in fanfiction, when they are like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm out of character, and it's not only out of character like from the thing they are originally on, which is not bad because it's fanfiction, you are allowed to be out of character, but also like very
Yeah.
inconsistent inside the fic itself.
Yeah,
No?
yeah, I get you. Like, yeah, no, I feel you. Like, it does like kind of annoy me, but not really annoy me because like obviously like it's the writer's choice of how they portray their own
Oh yeah,
character,
of
but it's kind of
course.
also like, yeah, but it's also kind of like when they like kind of just make a character like completely like unbreakable, like kind of like funny and stuff like that, but then like the next chapter, like the next chapter or something, it like all completely like switches, like it does a complete 360. It's kind of just a bit like,
Like what?
like,
I'm sorry, like something glitched right there, and there was like static.
mm.
What did you say? And the last part?
Yeah, like kind of just I don't really like it when it goes like completely like just like takes a complete turn, you know, kind of like it
Yeah.
makes it like harder to like connect or like get attached to the character, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I understand what you say. It's like jarring to see them be like this way the whole thing, and suddenly it changes completely without setup or without explanation. It's just suddenly a different person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, any change is good if there is setup. Like, plot twist can involve character twists. But, like, having it be so sudden, it can be jarring. It can be jarring.
Yeah.
So it's very clear, right, that your favorite character is Tommy in the Dresden context.
Yes.
That is actually a very good choice. It's a very good character. Why, though? Like I know, like, interrogation why, but, like, why did you find Tommy the easiest to connect to?
I'm not really sure. It's kind of like I relate to him on a lot of levels, I suppose, because it's kind of like also okay. Sorry, I'm gonna go a bit all over the place with this. I'm really
You're
bad
allowed.
at
You're
explaining
allowed
things
to
and
ramble.
staying on
Don't worry.
track.
Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I just love how he's like a really layered character because it's like in a lot of the canon he comes across as kind of like loud, like annoying. Like that's how a lot of people see him. But like in reality, he just wants to be liked. He wants people to like kind of like he just wants somebody to be there for him. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I find him like a really interesting character and stuff like that. Like, and also content creator Tommy is an amazing actor. Like,
Yo,
I
yeah,
would never expect
he's an
that.
amazing actor actually, and writer too. Well, yeah, actually, he is a very good actor, and I think what happened with the ARG is the prime example of that.
Yeah, I was watching that live and I was so confused.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh god.
He's such a good actor. He convinced that something was wrong to the point that we were like, "Hey, this is the new ARG." When they were just doing a bit because Wilbur was bored. Like,
like I love that. Like people in chat were genuinely concerned. I find that really funny.
Yeah, we all were. We were like, "Hey, something is wrong with Tommy, or this is an ARG because there's no explanation." And the explanation is Wilbur was bored and he used his little brother to just, I don't know.
Yeah.
That is actually hilarious.
It really is.
Yeah, they have a good dynamic. A good dynamic in that way, but it's also like, Tommy, you need to act a little bit worse sometimes. Because he is a very good actor. And character Tommy too. It is a very layered character, as you said. It is a very complicated character sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of people don't get him. Like both in context of the trauma of the trauma, the oh my god, the story of the Numerous MP. A Spanish word slip there, I'm sorry. And the context of the Numerous MP, a lot of characters don't understand him, and also a lot of viewers don't understand him. It's very easy to get like sidetracked in his characterization, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry.
No, you can carry on. Sorry, I'm just kind of
no.
I chime in a lot.
Hey, me too. I have the same problem. Don't worry. We're both trying to talk, and we both have this thing. Like, we get quiet for a minute, and then we assume that it's not going to talk, so we go, and then one is trying to like. Again. exactly, and that is actually that's something that happens a lot with me. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, it's completely fine. I'm doing it a lot too.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like in the
Yeah.
character to me relationships, you
Mm.
SBI like we accept that it can be very complicated. But aside from that one, you really do seem to like the bench trio.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I always find like kind of like I find their dynamic really comforting and stuff like that, like within canon and like content creators Ventrio, because it's kind of like I kind of like I do have friends that I'm close to and stuff like that, but it's like something about Ventrio just kind of feels like really like, something that a lot of people want, like including me. Like I'm kind of just like I'm really invested in it, I guess, because it's kind of like I've always wanted friends that would like stick with me no matter what and all that kind of thing. But like you can insult them or also like it's just lighthearted and you like really connected with each other and stuff like that. And I just find that like a really nice thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it does make sense. But this is something I actually wonder. How do you feel about Michael in the whole
Right.
in the bench trio context?
It really depends because it's kind of like I find it like like the whole like Tommy and Michael thing kind of funny. Like in one of my fics, I kind of wrote like a massive like really like I don't know where that one came from. It was in like the I can't even remember the name of my own fic. A chaos of nature. My God, sorry, I can't speak. A nation of chaos and moonlight. They liked it. Yeah, I wrote that one, but that was very kind of like because like I saw Michael was kind of like 'cause obviously Michael is a baby piglin, a
Yeah,
Minecraft
he's a
mob. He doesn't
child.
have like he doesn't have much character. Like so it's kind of just like open for interpretation completely. So I kind of just like went with something. But also like in like the canon I find it funny, but like also like I don't really like it's not I don't care about Michael, it's just like I'm not really like I'm stuttering a lot here.
No, no,
Like
it's okay.
I yeah, I focus more on kind of like Tommy's POV and stuff like that. Like I love B duo. Sorry, I sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
like
okay.
B.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
You're allowed to stutter. This is a conversation. We all have
yeah,
our things when talking. It's okay. Don't worry.
yeah. Thank you. Like um, like I don't really watch B duo POV a lot. Like kind of I do watch. I'd rather watch Tommy. So it's kind of like I'm not like unlike Henry and stuff like that. I'm not like I don't really feel like attached to Michael. Like obviously like I still like I think it's a cute addition to the storyline. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
like yeah, like I kind of like him. Like it doesn't really like affect like the bench trio dynamic in canon. It's kind of like it seemed to like mess with Tommy after he got revived quite a bit, obviously,
Oh
because it's
yeah.
kind of like he was dead. He came back.
Yeah.
His friends were married and they had a son, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like oh.
Like to add
Mm.
insult to the injury, he was in the afterlife for 2 months, but in like
Yeah.
the canon, he was like for a week. That just adds
Mm.
insult to the injury. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like
Just like mm.
a week. A week, and suddenly they have a child and they're married. A week.
Just like where'd that come from?
Exactly. It's like, okay, give me a second. My computer is about to run out of battery. I need to connect it.
Yeah,
Let,
that's fine.
like, let's do the typical. Let's distract the child with the na 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 round round like a player, you know.
Baby round, right.
That is actually the best running gag in the whole Tommy and other people dynamic. Whenever he leaves someone alone with his chat, and they just get a boat and decide to, hey, let's
Yes.
dance this very specific song. Like,
Mm.
like I'm pretty
I
sure.
love it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a stream in Exile when Dream did that. Like it was Exile.
Yeah.
There is no.
It was Exile.
Yeah. The context is so grim. They were in the Nether. Tommy wanted to jump, and suddenly Dream decided to just do that because Tommy had to leave for a second. That is iconic.
Yeah. It's iconic. I love that so much.
Yeah.
I found that like very entertaining.
Yeah, this duo dynamic is like it is weird because as content
Yeah.
creators, they really know how to play with each other. They are very good friends, and you can tell it.
Yeah.
But as characters,
Yeah. Like oh god, that's why I love the early Exile arc streams so much.
oh
Because it's
yeah,
kind of
they
like
are amazing.
they would have they would have bits of it like really in character, like heavy lore and all that, but then they would kind of just like somebody would like accidentally say something funny, it would all just like fall apart. They'd go like back into like content creator kind of
Yeah.
like their kind of like friendly dynamic and stuff like that. Then it would just switch back, and I loved watching it. It was really like good. It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I was not in the fandom at that point, so I have watched the bots. I actually
Yeah.
only started in this fandom in like May. But yes, it was very funny to see how they
Yeah.
suddenly the dynamic changed from like, hey, this is an abuse arc to like, hey, Tommy, let us cause chaos.
Yeah. Oh, it was so. I just loved that so
Yeah.
much.
Especially like oh, I'm sorry.
No. You can carry on. You can carry
Especially
on.
like in the Mexican Dream streams when Dream had to play both Dream and Masita. That was like
Yes, that was amazing. Like that is what I was gonna say actually about like Mexican Dream. I just love like how like most of it was so angsty and all that, but then there's just got bits where it was just quackity, just being like
yeah,
so,
yeah. Quackity is the funnest motherfucker ever, honestly. Like here's the
I
thing.
know it's amazing.
Yeah, like Mexican Dream. It would be such a bad character if Quackity was not the one playing him. But Quackity
Yeah.
makes it work, so I don't care.
It does.
Like,
Yes.
I honestly don't care because Quackity is the one who makes it work, honestly. Like,
Yes. Mm.
you know? Like,
Yeah, I do.
that's
Like
actually
quackity just like has a way.
yeah, exactly. Quackity is a very funny person, and also like he's Mexican, so he doesn't feel bad. Because I have seen people try to write Mexican Dream and they just no, this does not pipes the bite fact, but okay.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
it's like a lot of people make really angsty Mexican dream fics as well.
yeah,
Like I've seen so many of them, and it's kind of like whoa, okay.
yeah. No, it's actually kind of hilarious actually to see like the contrast between like canon and Mexican Dream, and like yeah, it has a lot of fangs, but it also has a lot of crack. Like no, okay, that's not bad. I mean like in the crack fic sense of crack.
Yeah.
Like that is
Yeah,
that sounded so bad. Oh my god. That
No.
sounded like oh my god. But yeah, like it's a lot of like comedy bits and everything, but it has a bit of angst. But the fandom took that and said, you know what, this is the most tragic character in the SMP. What?
Yeah. like it wasn't like a lot of people got connected to him really fast apparently because it was kind of like people making it seem like it was like the most devastating thing ever that
Yeah.
that he died, and I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It is kind of funny, like always the difference between canon and fandom. There is such a good thing about that, about how the fandom can take something small and make it like big.
Yeah.
Even if it sometimes doesn't make sense. What is your favorite example of that? Because like for example, in your fics there is a lot of like SBI dynamic, but also like the found family of when SBI is not good. So what is your your favorite fandom thing like taken to difference with canon? Like
Yeah, like because like obviously like even though like the SBI family dynamic isn't like canon, like I still love like kind of how like the difference between like the canon and then like most of the fan works, like how like they all seem so happy in fan works, like a family and stuff like that. Like obviously like that's like it's obviously just like exactly what it is, like a fan work, like because like people love like, the dynamic and stuff like that. But like according to canon, they are just like a bad family anyway, so that's not really like a different like a fandom thing really. It's just kind of canon, like even though they're not a family. Sorry, I'm explaining this badly.
yeah.
But,
No,
like,
no, it's okay.
like yeah, like one of my favorite like fandom things are definitely like the found family things you wouldn't expect. I really like those, and also just like any like I love like alternate universes and stuff as well. If you couldn't tell, like I only have like one or two fics like made in the original universe. I just like how people like take something like a literal Minecraft roleplay and do anything like make it like to do with space or royalty or anything like that, and it's just like awesome.
Actually, I have seen a Tumblr quote that said that people who can only read like fan fiction in the original context and with not adult characters, they are weak and are going to be left for the wolves because AU is the best kind of fanfic. And I just think about that. I think about that quote daily. To be honest,
as you should. It's amazing. I just it's so good. I don't know.
Yeah, no, like because like
Mm.
it is good to have like a pre-built world, like, but it is also can be limiting. It is like
Mm.
like I am not the person who should be talking about this because all my fan fiction is in original universe, but I digress. Like
Like no, I like yeah, like original like universe fanfic and like is really good because people still find ways to be like creative about that, you know.
yeah,
But like alternate universe stuff as well, I do find really cool because it's kind of like I love writing things like just kind of like complete like random bullshit that just springs to my head and just go like slap Tommy in there, slap the rest of them in there, see where it goes. That's just like I just love doing stuff like that, you know?
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I like in the sense like most things I read are AU, but I just I admire anyone who can write
Mm.
AU and like keep it consistent.
Yeah. Mm.
It is amazing.
Oh.
Mostly because like
Yeah.
you are creating a universe from scratch.
Mm.
Like you're creating
Yeah.
like
Sorry. It took a second to like for me to process what you said, but
it's
like
okay.
yeah. Um yeah, no. It is really like cool that something like that people can do that, you know? You can just like I'm not a very creative person, but like when it comes to like making up universes, I'm kind of just like, yeah, these are all things that happen like for some reason, and I just love like doing that and like other like people that make AUs and stuff like that, just like come out with, like the most random like best stuff. Like it's it's so cool. Mhm.
Yeah, man. You say you're not. Wait, you say you're creative, but you created a Karen in God's bureaucracy, and that was hilarious. Slash
Mhm.
LH in case anyone needs a turn marker. Like lighthearted, completely bad. Like
Mhm.
that is one of the most greatest things I've seen in a fic. Honestly, I still laugh about that
Yeah.
every once and again.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
There is not only bureaucracy in like the gods, but there is a Karen managing it, and that is why things are a mess.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I was running out of ideas of like how to make things like not more like challenging for them, but kind of just less like I wanted things to be more confusing, if that makes
yeah,
any sense. So I was kind of just like, oh, sure. Like there's a Karen now, deal with it. My voice just cracked so badly. Sorry.
yeah. It's okay. Give me a second. Just a Starboy, thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying this conversation.
Ooh,
And
you
they
followed.
say
Yay.
hi, Shiiff. They say, oh my god, hi,
Oh,
Shiiff. They say hi.
hi, just a Starboy.
Oh my god, nobody's choosing violence. I'm sorry. Yeah, but yeah,
Uh,
it was a very funny addition to that. It was very funny.
mm, thank you.
Especially how they were like, who are gonna bring the manager? And it was Dream XD, like the god of creation behind Tommy, like, hey, he asked for no pickles.
Yes, I love that meme so much.
Me too,
Mm,
me too. It's amazing. It's an amazing meme. But wait, can you
yeah.
imagine it like the other way around? Like Dream XD being like, hey, and Tommy being like in front of him, he asked for no pickles.
I love that so much. That just like that idea is I
Yeah.
just the idea of that now is really funny.
Yeah, I have seen that actually with Tao and Tommy or Tao and Rambo because like Tommy and Rambo are both very tall and Canon
Mm.
Tao I think is 4 feet, so like a small boy, and suddenly
Yeah.
he's like, hey, he asked for no pickles.
He asked for no pickle.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is
It's just
fun. That is just a fun
mm.
thing to think about. Anything,
It really is.
anything that plays with the idea that Canon Tao is short but very like intimidating and very like,
Mm.
hey, I will like that's the difference actually between Canon Tommy, like character Tommy, Canon Tommy and Canon Tabo, is that Tommy would apologize for stepping in a bag, and Canon Tabo would just stab you in your sleep with no hesitation, just because you were snoring too
Literally.
loudly. Like
Definitely. Just I love it so much. It's just like I love how like all like the characters can just like their whole like thing. It like the development of all of them. Like it used to be Tommy that would kind of just be like, no, fuck you, and stab people like left and right. But now like and then Tubbo would have been like, sorry about him. But it's just completely flipped
yeah.
around, and I'm so here for it.
Yeah. It actually the characterization has completely shifted, and it is kind of nice to watch it, and kind of
Mm,
interesting to watch how the characterization actually flipped on its head for most of them.
mm, yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, like Tommy used to be like, "Hey, let's stab a bitch," and now Tabo has nukes. So like,
Mm.
Something had to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah. I love like the whole thing
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah, like the way the fandom sees them actually has changed a lot. Like I used to see a lot of like b-boy type of fan art and all and whatnot, and just Tommy with like demon features and whatnot. And now I see most like Snowchester type of fan art, which is very military type of, and just Tommy needing cardigans and being like he just wants his cottage core life back. You know?
Like, yeah. I prefer it like that, honestly, because it's kind of like it's so funny to imagine like a 4 foot tall person just coming into your home with a knife.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
so weird, but like
Especially like it's not even 4011, like AMC, right? Like we have all seen the contract with AMC and the rest of the cricket, the cricket, I don't know how to speak, the cricket crew.
Yeah.
And Shiiff for 11, like Tabo is like 11 inches below that, and then we have Canon Rambo, who is in canon 8 feet tall.
It's twice as high, and I love that.
Yeah, he's like, and then but it's like the complete opposite of what you would expect of them, because Rambo is over here like being like a pushover, and Tabo is like, I'm gonna stab you. Tabo with a knife, what would he do? I will make that joke as many times as I can. I am milking that joke dry. I am milking that joke of the what will he do. I am gonna milk that joke. I'm sorry about that. You're the one who has to bear with me while I do it.
It's completely fine, don't worry. Wait, also, is it really quickly if I go to the bathroom really quickly?
Yes, you can, don't worry, you can.
Okay.
We can take
I'll
a break,
be like
don't
5
worry.
seconds. Yeah, okay, I'll be 1 second.
I mean, now I baby right around like a record player right now, right around. So yeah, Chad, we're gonna take a break. Actually, now for a few minutes. Don't worry, we will be back in a second. How are we doing, Chad? While we take a break, I'm gonna just talk to you, streamer. With all due respect, you're 5. So how dare you? Hey! That is disrespectful for the streamer. But oh my god, how dare you call me out on that? Like, you're my twin. You're not allowed to call me out. You're not allowed to call me out on just how short I am making jokes. Honestly, like, Chad, ignore whatever Latinx Mary McDonald says right now, especially since they are insulting me. But oh well. Okay, I am trying to change actually the color of chat, because this, I am not even able to read it. Let's try saying anything, chat. Now, I know what I'm going to try to say. Whip. But yeah, how are we doing, chat, now that we're taking a break? How are we all today? I hope you're good. This is the beginning of the week. I usually stream at the end of the week, but this is still a very chill kind of stream. Our guest today is Shiiff, or Toby. He's well, adolescent author, as it has been obvious right now. And I really like their stories, so you should definitely go check them out. Their username is Shiiff.
Hi.
You're free. Hi, I am just entertaining chat for a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I may or may not have just made the you me right round, baby, right round. Also, listen. Latinx Mary McDonald says in chat, streamer, with all due respect, you are 5-0, so how dare you? And today I say, fuck off. Like, that is my twin, but it still feels like an insult. I don't know.
Oh god.
Like, I have been called out.
You've been called out and exposed.
I've been exposed for making too many short jokes about Tabo, when I am like this. I am literally the shortest person in my class. My best friend is almost 7 feet. Like not 7. Like it's almost like 7 feet. It's almost 7 feet, and I have to say hi looking upwards, and I have been called out. But I find that funny, so it's okay.
It is funny.
Yeah, it is funny. It is funny. So, actually, speaking of Tabo, right? You made Tabo a creeper hybrid.
Yeah.
I really like that, but where did it came from? I really like that, actually, but...
Like, I don't really know. I kind of just, like, associated, like, him with kind of, like explosions, cause, like, the nukes and everything, and, like, he is, like, quite, like, has, like, an explosive personality, and I was kind of just like, yeah, works, so why not?
Yeah. Him and Dream being, like... like creeper hybrids. We did have
Hmm.
something to do with Sam in Roman Joyers, or it's just a
Oh,
coincidence.
yeah, like I wasn't even like I wasn't trying to hide that. I just never really mentioned it. I'm making it so they are like canonically like Sam's sons because
I
like
love that! Oh
why
my
not, you
god!
know?
I love that! I love that!
I just I realized I should have clarified that because like otherwise it just like it's a bit like out of nowhere. But like yeah, that's canon.
It is not out of nowhere. I just didn't know. I should have realized actually, but oh my
Hmm.
god, that is amazing. Awesome that supremacy. Awesome that
Hmm.
for the win, honestly.
Hmm. I would love Awesome Dad, like
Me
honestly.
too. Me too. It's such a good trope. It's such a
Hmm.
good trope. Like I
It
don't know
really
where it
is.
like especially now that we have confirmed that like Sam Nook is just Sam in another body. So we know everything
Hmm.
that happened to that was canon. It's like awesome that
Hmm.
nice.
Yeah. Just oh god, it's just I don't. It's such like a nice thing, like Tommy and Sam's dynamic because it's funny
Yeah,
prison arc thing. It's like heartbreaking.
exactly. Like their dynamic, it was such a lighthearted one. Like at first,
Hmm.
and right now it's like all over the place. But like at
Yeah.
first, it was very like nice seeing Tommy with like an adult character. The first time that it was completely like lighthearted. It was the first time that happened
Yeah.
actually, because like
Hmm.
Dream was Dream. Technoblade wanted something out of Tommy and actually tricked him into the alliance, and
Hmm.
Buffy, it's
Yeah.
actually the therapist, and she's also a very good influence. But Sam was the first
Hmm.
like close relationship he had that was
Hmm.
like nothing in return. They didn't ask like Sam didn't ask for anything out of Tommy, and that was amazing.
Hmm. Yeah. Like it's just like sorry, I can't remember what I was gonna say, but yeah, like it's really good.
Actually, awesome. That is one of those like you said that one of the things fandom does like difference him from from canon is the family
Hmm.
dynamics you would not imagine if it wasn't. Especially
Yeah.
fan family, like awesome that it's kind of in the in between those because like you can imagine it from canon, but it's not canon. Like
Hmm.
awesome dude said that they are that even if you can see that way, it's not a parental level relationship he has with Tommy, which
Hmm.
it's an insult, but whatever.
Yeah. Like literally, I love how like anybody on the server can just like have like a positive interaction with canon.
With
The
canon,
family. It's the family.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's like you have interacted only once, but now that is your child. You know, like
yes.
like
Like, oh my god.
I literally have one story in my bookmarks, right? That is like
Hmm.
just George not found being Tommy's parent, like
Yeah,
adopted.
I love that so much.
Me too, me too. I love it, especially
Hmm.
because of like the contrast with Canon Dream and everything. But still, it's like,
Hmm.
hey, have Canon George and Tommy ever actually interacted aside from war?
Yeah, actually, that's a fair point. I don't think they have.
I don't
Like,
think
oh
so.
my god.
Like George and Tommy are very good friends in real life, but the characters do.
Like, it's so funny to think about. Just like people go like they'll literally have that whole like debate thing and that thing, and then they'll be like, oh my god, that's adorable. Anyway, that's your dad now, Tommy.
Yeah,
By the way.
yeah. Or like I have also seen it with like Bad Boy Halo because like Bad Boy Halo is
Hmm.
such like a steady figure in like the Dream
Yeah.
FMP. Like aside from the
Hmm.
Empire, he was like a good influence. Aside,
Yeah.
wait, I'm just not thinking. Wait, didn't like how is their country called? Wait a second, I forgot. Like the thing he has with Anne Frost. How is it called?
Um. Like, wait, sorry, I'm really dumb. Like, do you mean like the country they have?
Yes, yes, he
The
has like because like
the Badlands in it.
well the Badlands. Like it started
Yeah.
literally as a country meant for war to the point that they were side with the side they were allied themselves with the side they thought would like lose just so they could create conflict and
Hmm.
he's still one of the most peaceful energies of the server, you know? And that is
Yes.
hilarious. That is hilarious. Then the Empire
Hmm.
happened and now
Yeah.
we're like but still.
Hmm. Yeah. Like like yeah, like Bad Boy Halo. I love Bad so much. Like it's
Yeah.
just
Me too.
it's everything. It's just so cool, you know?
Yeah, yeah, he is a very
Hmm.
good streamer. He has very good content. It is very funny to see him.
Hmm.
especially because like he's such a central part in so many group friends. So it is very easy to see him
Hmm.
like, especially when he streams with Puffy. That is hilarious. Honestly, it's just good
Yes. Oh my
content
god.
and good content.
Hmm.
Like
Just
it is
it's.
just. Have you heard Muffin?
Huh? Yeah, I love that so much. Puffy's bit is amazing.
Me too. Yeah, I was actually
Hmm.
watching Buffy stream when she was like, "Hey, my beat was way too like intense," and I was over there like just singing the beat because I love it so much. Like,
Mm. It's just oh god, I like the end bit where she's just like with a ring pop, get down on one knee,
honey,
marry
marry
me.
me.
I just love
Yeah,
that bit.
yeah,
So
me
good.
too. Especially since now I'm thinking
Mm.
that what if that is how she proposes to Nikki in canon?
Sorry.
Like, you know how she and Nikki are like promised to each other in canon. What if like the ring
Yeah.
pop is her proposing to Nikki? And now I cannot think about
That's
anything
so
else.
cute.
Yeah,
That's so
now
cute.
I cannot think about
Oh my
anything else.
god.
But oh well, we all know how that will end.
Oh
Yes.
god.
Uh,
Mm. That's actually like a really.
yeah, she would do that though. She would like propose to someone with a ring pop. She's the kind of person to do that.
Hmm.
And so, like,
Yes.
honestly, so would Rambo.
Yes, definitely. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Like, especially when she was like, "Wait, am I proposing to a muffin?" Her reaction was just so. It was priceless. It was priceless.
It was. I watched the thing on YouTube because I missed the stream and it was so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, that is actually the
Mm.
bad thing about like watching streamers. Like this fandom is based around streamers, and if you lose a stream, it's like very hard to watch it about later. It's like, oh well,
Mhm.
now I because like when you watch something live, it's very easy to forget that it is live. You know,
Mm.
it is like how
Yeah.
much time passes. It's easy to not realize how
Yeah.
much time you spend watching them, and then you see the bots, and you're
Mm.
like, oh, those are 8 hours. Huh.
Yeah. Like oh god. Because like when it like yeah exactly like when it's live you can just like watch until you like have to go but you could stay for like a really long time but like when it's like a VOD like no everybody just has time to just sit down for 8 hours and just go yay
Exactly,
you know.
exactly. Yeah,
Mm.
it's like for example, right? I was watching the foolish 12-hour stream
Mm.
the other day. I think it was like 2 weeks ago,
Mm.
and I watched 6 of those hours,
Oh wow.
and I did not realize how much time I had spent watching foolish until I
Oh
realized,
my
wait,
god.
this is a 12-hour stream,
Mm.
and that was hilarious.
It's, that is very funny, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's mm.
Who's like aside from like the main like the most popular streamers like Tommy and Carl and Brim and
Mm.
whatnot, who is like your favorite streamer? Like of this the quote unquote smaller part of the SMB.
I oh god, that's like because like I know it sounds like very kind of like closed-minded, but I do mostly just watch mainstreamers
Hey,
because of
it,
like
it
stuff
is
like
not
that.
close minded, it is understandable actually. There are a lot of streamers.
Mm. Yeah, like I know he's not like really smaller, but I also like Finster quite a bit. I don't watch him a lot, but like it's like enjoyable, you know?
Yeah, yeah, I
And
understand it. I have
and
actually never watched
people
Finster. Like I know who he is, but
Like I've watched like a few of his streams. Like I don't go to like everyone. Like if I see like that he's live, I don't like automatically go, oh yes. Like if like Tommy
yeah,
and stuff like that.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
like if he's live and nobody else is, I'll go like, oh yeah, sure. Like, you know, because
Yeah, and I get it. It's like, yeah, you like the content they make, but you would
mm,
not like actively watch it if there was
like
something else, like especially one of your the
yeah,
things that you like most.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah,
that is not close-minded. Actually, I think it's the kind of relationship a lot of people have with streamers. Me too, actually. It is like
mm.
there is so much content. Like when streamers, like in a
There
platform like
really
Twitch,
is.
when you can actively see like a number of how much people are online at the same time, it can be quite
Mm,
overwhelming.
yeah,
Like there is so many people,
there really is.
especially
Like
since like streams are a more like accessible way of making content than YouTube videos because you don't have to edit afterwards.
yeah.
And that talks more about my work ethic than anything else.
Mm. Yeah, no, that's very understandable to be honest. Like I used to stream. I want to get back into it because it was a lot of fun. But Like yeah, like once I tried to edit a YouTube video, but halfway through I was like, actually, nah, fuck this. Like I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, it is like it is a more accessible way of creating content of being a content creator. So there
mm,
are a lot more options than on YouTube, especially since
yeah,
like there is a lesser developed algorithm. Like in your recommended,
mm,
you get a lot of stuff, and
yeah,
it's like, should I just watch one of these recommended, or should I just go to this streamer that I know already and that is famous and
mm,
whatnot, and I already know I will like their content. It's easier.
yeah,
Yeah, it is not
mm,
close-minded. The platform is designed that way. It's
mm,
it's alright.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
You used to stream. What did you stream actually? I did not know you used to stream.
Yeah, like I streamed for a bit, then like I stopped for a bit to focus like on my writing more, but then
Yeah.
I haven't like picked it back up again. But I just streamed Minecraft for a bit, but it was considerably like I know back then my streams were absolute trash because I sorry, I am like I guess I can be like an entertaining person, I suppose. But when I'm alone I'm kind of just like awkwardly there, just like right, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
go get some wood, like because
Yeah.
that's when I didn't know like a lot of people that are part of this part of the Dream SMP community and all that, and also none of my in real life friends know about any of my writing or that I was streamed for a bit because kind of if they did that would just be they would just kind of be like, oh, cringe. So it's kind of I couldn't just invite one of them to come on with me because
Yeah.
that's a whole thing.
Yeah. That is actually one of the worst parts of streaming is like talking to yourself, especially when you don't have a chat.
Yeah.
Like aside from
Mm.
yeah, it's like I'm talking to the void.
Just I scream into the void and the void answers with nothing. Just
The boy looks at you in the face and decides you are not worth their time to answer.
yes. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, that is actually one of the things I've seen most people struggle with streaming. I struggle with it too, honestly. When I'm
Mm.
I stream fanfiction night, right? And when I stream those, you have been in some of those. It is not that hard.
Yeah.
Because it's I
Mm.
have a chat and I just have to read. I don't have to create content just thinking. But when I stream
Yeah.
Minecraft, which I do once in every blue moon, it's like, what do I do?
Yeah, oh my god, I literally I used to make notes and stuff like that before stream of kind of things I could talk about, but I'd start and all of them would kind of just be they kind of blow over all of them in the first 10 minutes, then you're kind of just there for the next hour or so, just
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like I should talk to the villagers maybe. It's like trying to create
Mm.
content from nothing to the content you're already creating is weird.
Mm. Yeah.
I think that is why
Mm.
mic-less streams are such a big thing in Minecraft. I have seen a lot of people streaming with no mic.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
so they can just do what they usually do, but with an audience.
Hmm. But yeah, I can see where they're coming from. I personally don't watch many of those streams because I just can't really focus on them that much because I don't know, it's just not enough for me personally. Like but I do think it's a good idea, especially for people that are uh, I don't know, especially for people that kind of just want to vibe on Minecraft but also stream.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm going on about this now, but it's kind of yeah, I think it's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I actually don't see many mic-less streams. I too cannot
Mm.
focus. When I put a stream, it's usually on the background. So if you're not
Yeah.
saying anything, why should I give you my time? But I still understand why they
Exactly.
exist. I have only watched
Yeah.
one mic-less stream in my life. It was Dreams, and it was the one when he randomly said something halfway through, and everyone thought that their soul have abandoned their bodies because of the jump scare.
I didn't watch that, but that sounds really funny.
It was because most people, I was only watching that stream to get channel points because I am that kind of
Mm.
bitch who will leave things in the background with no volume to get channel points,
Mm.
whatever. And suddenly he says something, and my soul left my body.
Oh my god.
like,
That's very
oh,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
It was like seriously, it was terrifying.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I, like I don't understand Michael stream, but I understand faceless streams. That one is actually
Mm.
that I can get behind.
Yeah.
Like not showing your face on the internet and everything. It is a very good way of streaming. I wish I could do it. I cannot because I already show my face. But hey, interesting. They do the
Mm.
same. Actually, what
Yeah.
that is one of the biggest things of being an AO3 author that most people don't know their faces, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Like
Like.
AO3, like Wattpad had like I used to write on Wattpad. This is like my biggest regret every time. But like Wattpad has a very
Mm.
big thing on profile pictures, but AO3 does not have that.
Mm. Like. Yeah. It's just. Yeah. Like. I don't like. Yeah, it's weird to think that like when I read something on AO3, it's kind of like hard to imagine that there's like somebody writing it. Like I don't know if that makes any sense
No,
because
yeah, it
obviously
does. It
there's somebody
does.
writing it, but like yeah.
Yeah, there is somebody writing it, but because the AO3 is more of an archive than a social media platform, you cannot see the other person behind it. It's like very
Mm.
more. It's much more impersonal.
Mm.
Like you reading the
Yeah.
fic, right? But you're not reading the author. Not always, at
Yeah.
least.
Mm. Like with me, I've always kind of been like, "Hello, yes, I'm a human. This is like every detail of my life." But like with a lot of people, they're not really like that, isn't it? Like you
Yeah,
know.
yeah. But that is also because your fix, like at least room enjoyers, it is event fix. So
Mm.
the charm of it comes from the fact that hey, we know you are a person, and like we can
Mm.
connect with the emotions of the fix because they are relatable because they happen to a person. It is
Yeah.
understandable. So like,
Mm.
but not a lot of fics are that way.
Yeah. Like you don't really see it a lot, to be fair.
Like especially like you don't see charming fics that way. Like a lot of fics that are that way are just very much only suffering, nothing is good, and it's just very damaging all the time. Like it's
Mm.
completely good to write stuff like that. It is not a bad thing, honestly. But it's
Yeah.
just not something that I personally like to read, and I know a lot of people who too don't like to read. So like
Mm.
hard no comfort is good, but like not the only thing. It's not something
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
only read hard no comfort. But hard comfort
Mm.
though.
Yeah. Hurt comfort is like just amazing.
Yeah, it is the best. It is the best fanfiction trope or genre. Is it a trope, a genre,
Mm.
or a tag?
I genuinely don't know. Like I like I just kind of just go like, yeah, this is hurt fiction. Like, what am I on about? Hurt comfort. Sorry, words are in my brain right now.
It's okay.
Yeah, like just like I like a lot of people see it as like a different stuff because like I don't like I'm gonna be honest with you here. I'm a writer. I've done research on things. I still have no fucking clue what a trope is. Like
Oh,
it's just kind of like I get the premise of it, but it's also kind of like it's kind
yeah,
of
no, honestly.
interpretation if you
Yeah,
think
yeah,
about
honestly,
it.
like the thing
Mm.
like with tropes and all that is that it is like a term, it's terminology, but it's not clear
Mm.
terminology. So
Yeah.
it is up for interpretation. Like I honestly too
Mm.
don't know very good what it is. Especially when like people
Yeah.
give you like, the Urban Dictionary definition, where Urban Dictionary is very much not a reliable source.
Mm.
It is funny actually. How like
Yeah.
what is actually a trope? It is just a set of characteristics of characters, an emotion that is given.
Mm. Like, oh god, I've no clue. Like, it's just a word that's thrown around a lot. Like, a lot of things are thrown around a lot, and it's just kind of like
Oh yeah.
nobody. I don't think anybody like most of the people that use it. I'm gonna be real. Probably have no clue what it means either. Like,
Yeah.
they're just kind of there, just like, yep, good enough, I suppose. Maybe.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
like when film people use the term like pacing. What do you mean? It
Mm.
changes depending on the person.
Mm. Yeah.
What do you think pacing is?
Oh god. Like I think it was like the speed that things go, like if that makes sense. Because like I always like use it as like when I'm talking to people about my writing, sometimes I kind of go like, I like this chapter, but I don't like the pacing of it. Like as in like kind of like how fast or how slow things happen. Because it's kind of
Yeah.
like 'cause it's like you were saying about like works being accessible and stuff like that. Because like I like reading longer fics sometimes, but at the same time like I'm not good at writing long chapters, and like it's kind of like I want to get like not straight to the point, but I want to like kind of get there soon enough, if you know what I mean. Kind of
Yeah, I understand.
like
Like there
slow,
is catharsis in
like
the ending, so you don't want to drag out the middle.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I do not read long fics because of that. It's like, no, no, thank you, no thanks,
Mm,
no.
yeah.
I
Mm.
like in the last 6 months, I have only read one fic that went over 100,000 words.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like I've read like a few, but that's only on like have you got to like when you just can't sleep, so you're kind of just like, yep, here's the thing that's really long that I've been putting off reading forever, but I'm gonna read it now and then just binge it all in one night because like
Yeah. Yeah,
mm,
that is actually a very common thing. But when that happens to me, it's like with that,
yeah.
I will say, "Oh, this is a very long fic. I will just wait to read it, and it will be 50k words."
Yeah.
I am weak. I
I
am
like
weak.
long fix. Mm.
I am the one who will be left for the wolf one day.
Yes.
What is
My
a long
god.
fic for you? Because
Love it.
like the standard for long fic changes from person to person depending on what you're used to reading.
Yeah, like I oh god, that's like a it's not like a deep question or anything. I'm just kind of like I don't really know to be honest. Like I'm sorry, I'm just like not like focused right now. Like kind of like anything of like 50,000 words, I would start considering pretty long. To be fair,
Yeah.
um, like yeah, like yeah, it's because like as I said, I have a bad attention span. Like basically, like if it's like a lot of chapters, I'm kind of like this is a long fic, you know, like
Yeah, yeah, because
like
there is a difference between like word count and chapter count.
yeah, like how like my fic like Roomba and Joy is
Hmm.
like it's not a long fic in terms of most people. Like it's not even like 20,000 words, but there's like how many like there's 30 chapters, so it's kind
Yeah.
of like
Yeah, yeah,
you
but
know
that is actually very common with chat fics. Like the fact that like usually I don't read fics that have like less than a thousand words per chapter, but with chat fics that
mm.
rule is bendable because chat fics have less
Yeah
words but more content.
yeah
Like
like
it
yeah
is very common for that had to happen because it's just chatting, it's just
mm.
dialogue. You can get all of the action of the word building away because it's just dialogue. Is and in
Yeah
dialogue there is less like words.
mm. Like yeah like I'm like all of my things are usually really dialogue heavy because it's kind of like I'm not the best in most senses like setting a scene and stuff like that, so I kind of like I like to focus on dialogue like storyline like stuff like that, so it's kind of just like vibing, you know. I don't really know.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
mm.
and that is completely okay actually. Like I like that is something I really like about like reading fan fiction is that everyone has a different like focus. Like yours are very
Mm.
character and dialogue driven. I am more of a like world building writer. But there are
Yeah
like so many like opportunities for that.
yeah yeah
It's like because it's by fans and for fans. It is just
mm.
every interpretation goes.
Yeah like it's kind of like because like you could like see something like because like I could see something one way somebody else couldn't, but somebody else could see it differently. Like but it's like everyone kind of like in the fandom everyone kind of just like vibes with it, you know, like kind of just like yeah
Yeah.
okay if you say so.
Yeah, exactly. It's like because everything goes, everything is possible, and that makes it more most varying content.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
you've seen, like for example, you've seen Roomba Enjoyers as an example because like
Yeah.
it is a very good fic that I love. Representation in fan fiction is more accessible, you know.
Yeah.
Like for example, like everyone being like every part any part of LGBT or using neopronouns. That is something that you don't see in like traditional literature. But because everything goes in
Mm.
fanfiction and the authors choose the possibilities, there is so much more
Mm.
representation, you know?
Yeah. Mm. Like yeah, because like a lot of like fanwork stuff like don't really like go that way because it's kind of like they want to be focused on like other things like
Yeah.
the actual plot line but just built differently and stuff like that. But like I was kind of like you know what, why not, why not.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, but like you like because like it's okay. Like in yours, like specifically, it is a central part. Like the LGBT stuff, it is a
Mm.
central part of the story, but it doesn't have
Yeah.
to be, and I like that. Like another central
Yeah.
part is the humor or Tommy getting stuck in a vending machine.
Yeah.
Like
It's, mm.
like
It's just like I don't like say like I guess it is pretty chaotic. Like my fic. Like I don't
Yeah.
want like sound like I'm being like haha I'm so like quirky, I'm chaotic and stuff like that. Like that's not what I'm trying to say, obviously. But like like it's kind of like I just like it being random, like kind of like not
Yeah.
impulsive, but kind of just like I just make decisions and kind of just fucking roll with it, you know? Like
Yeah, yeah,
just
that is
it's how
completely
it is.
understandable. Yeah, it's like the
Mm.
chaos is good. There is good in the chaos,
Yeah.
and in all the funny that
Mm.
comes from the chaos too.
We love the chaos.
We love the chaos, honestly. Like we have a pig named Arson dancing in front of my face and like your profile picture. I think how more most chaos happens. That is very good chaos.
Yeah. Mm.
Is that a bug? Okay, no. I'm just gonna leave this aside. I just saw like a bug in my cup and I was like, wait, did I just drink a bug? No, it was just a chocolate. It was just a speck of chocolate, I think, of or
Oh.
coffee. So
Oh my god.
that was scary.
I can imagine.
It's like, oh no, is that a bug?
Mm.
But no, it was just me needing glasses.
Mm.
But the chaos in Room Enjoyers
Oh
and
god.
in most chat fics, but especially in Room Enjoyers and in the character-driven like interactions, it is very good. It is very
Mm.
refreshing. Like
Yeah.
especially when you see like the whole fic starts literally with Tommy being like, "Hey, I met this random dude. I will add it to the group chat." It starts that way,
Yeah.
and that is amazing. It's just chaos.
Yeah. It's just like honestly, I kind of I've always hated the first chapter because it feels like not like cliche, but just kind of like I don't know how to describe it. I've never really liked that chapter that much, but a lot of people seemingly do. So I'm kind of just like, okay,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know,
know. It
like,
like it's not. I don't know if this is what you're trying to say, but it feels like a very typical start, maybe.
yeah, like there are like all the chat things start with like, oh yeah, by the way, we're adding somebody. Everyone introduce yourself because that's like obviously like the easiest way to like
Yeah.
introduce everyone without having to put it in like an author's note or something like that, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
Mm.
I still really like it. I really like the idea that Tommy finds this random dude in his school, like random. Like we have
Mm.
this gremlin child finding this tall boy, and it's that you know what? I like you. Let's add you to my group chat with
I'm
my
keeping
parental
you.
figures and some other friends. Exactly. It's like I'll keep you.
Mm. Mm.
So we can just assume that Rambo is the pet of the group chat. Like I'll keep you.
Yeah. Just mine now.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
like, you know what, Rambo, I like you. Let's just add you to this group of very chaotic people so you can join the cult of the Roombas.
The cult of the Roombas. Yeah.
Listen, there is not a
Oh my
single
god.
Roomba in that story, but I'm still gonna say that they are a Roomba cult.
They are. That's canon. I've decided.
Yeah, honestly, like, but Roombas. We already said this, but Roombas are so cool and so adorable.
They
What,
really
like,
are.
we already said it, but it is worth saying again. It's worth saying
It's
again.
true. It's always worth saying.
Is as adorable as the Nikiniachu slash post movement in that group chat.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love that because I was watching. I think I was watching a Nikki stream and I wrote that, so I was kind of like, I love Nikki so much, you know. And
Yeah,
it's like, mm,
honestly, good.
yeah,
Nikki should be loved.
yeah,
Like poor Henning Canon, right? Like Canon Nikki, poor Nikki. She can do no wrong.
mm.
I like. Oh, but didn't she try to kill Tommy? She can do no wrong.
She can do no wrong. Mm.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Also, by the way, I'm not saying this because like I don't want to be here or anything. This has been so much fun, but it's okay if we end soon because I do actually have to get
Oh
ready
yeah,
because it's
don't
kind of
worry,
late and I
don't
have
worry.
school tomorrow.
We have
Sorry.
10 minutes. We have 10 minutes left only. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, no, it is kind of long, but don't worry. We have only like
Yeah.
10 minutes left. We can end sooner if you would like
Mm.
to.
No,
Like I
no, no.
already,
It's completely fine. I'm good for 10 minutes.
like I already say, anytime you need to stop, we can just stop. It is completely
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. No, I'm completely fine. Yeah.
Okay. No, but yeah, Nikki
Yeah.
Niachu, right? I honestly think
Mhm.
that the whole killing Tommy thing was more of a Jack Manifold's fault.
Yeah. Like, because like I do understand as well, kind of, because I was like, obviously that's not how a normal person would react, but it's kind of like a lot of people don't like most of the time do want to find somebody to put the blame on, but like Nikki and Jack, that just happened to be Tommy, so they were kind of just like, yeah, whatever, kill him.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It was like, hey,
Mm.
we need someone to put the blame on for the problems in the server. Let's put it on this small child.
Yeah, just like let's not the one that tried to stop most things happening.
Yeah, but like, I just blame Jack Manifold. You should too. It's cathartic.
Mhm. Mm. Just Jack Manifold. I love Jack Manifold, but I don't like his character.
Me too. Me too. Jack Manifold, like the person, I really like it. I really like.
Mm.
But
He's
like
really funny, but like, mm.
his character, it's a good character. I like it. I like it in the sense that it is a good character, but I don't like it as a
Mm.
person.
Yeah, like the thing is, it's kind of like I'm an apologist for like Tommy, Nikki, and stuff like that, and like Tubbo, Rambo, like
Yeah.
people like that. Like, but Jack, I just kind of like I don't know why. I've just never really liked his character that much.
Yeah, no, maybe because it's like a bit all over the place. Like, aside from the
Mm.
vengeance subplot, it was always very random, you know? It was always
Mm.
very
Yeah.
weird as a character. Like, especially in
Mm.
the, like, because, like, technically he's a Lamangber founder. But you don't feel like
Yeah.
he is because you forget. He's, like, such a forgettable character.
Yeah, like as a content creator, like he's completely amazing, obviously, but like
Yeah,
yeah, it is like as a character, it's kind of like he's not the most relevant. Like he does have lore and stuff like that, but it's not like a staple of the Dream SMP, you know?
exactly. Also because, like, I
Mm.
think because we have so many good villains in the Dream SMP, like, we have Techno, we have Dream, we
Mm.
have Quackity, it is very hard to take
Yeah.
him seriously.
Yeah. Like it's like he's one of those like those like villains, like one of those like really cheesy ones that like I'm so evil, and then like the heroes just start laughing or something because it's like
Yeah.
because it's Jack Manifold, isn't it?
Yeah, like you know, we name him and Nikki like Team Rocket in reference to both the
Mm.
bombs and the fact that Team Rocket is such an ineffective team of villains. But when Nikki
Yeah.
feels charming in that sense of being a villain that everything goes wrong, Jack is just like, it's not that everything goes wrong, you're a bad villain, you know?
Mm. Yeah.
It's like, especially since he takes himself way too seriously.
Yeah, I find that really funny though. Like,
Yeah.
because they're because like he's not a villain, but he's not a good guy either. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like just utter chaos, and I love it.
Yeah, no.
I also like
Mhm.
sorry, you carry on.
No, carry on, because I honestly do want to hear what you think about Mr. Jack Manifold as a villain.
Yeah, like he's not a hero, he's not a villain. He's just kind of like there, you know? Because it's like I love him. Like he can be funny. Like when he found out Tommy got revived and everything, just that whole interaction, it was funny. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it's just like he's not so much of like as a villain as he is just like a dick, you know? Because it's
Yeah,
like like he didn't care. Like he kind of just went, "Oh, I thought you were dead, but you're not, so now it's fine." It's not like it was a traumatic experience being revived, you know? Like it was just kind of like good luck, I
exactly.
guess, you know?
Yeah,
Mm.
that is the thing. Like that, you actually put it in words. It's not like he's a villain. He's just a dick.
Mm. Yeah.
Like you put it in words because it feels that way. Like with most villains from SMP, they have a charm to them. They are likable as villains because they are likable villains. Even Dream, like, you can,
Mm.
like, he's like this chaotic person who wants way too much power. He's like a toddler, but oversized one.
Yeah.
And then you have
Mm.
Jack, who's just like this very mean person who wants vindication for things that are not somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just blame
Like,
Jack Manifold.
yeah. Just Jack Manifold is like it's just yeah, we've talked about Jack Manifold for a really long time and I find that really funny.
Yeah, well, like, who else is going to, honestly? Because, like, the Jack Manifold
Mm.
slander is funny, but poor Jack.
It is.
I like
poor Jack.
yeah, like in the wings, in the spicy wings Tom Simon's blog. Actually, it was funny to see, like,
Yeah.
Freddy literally asked Tommy, if you could remove one person from SMP, who would it be? And you are not allowed to say Jack. And Tommy looked nervous, and that was
He was
hilarious.
like, ooh.
He was
Yeah.
like, "Mm,
Oh my god.
my normal source of slander is gone. Who do I slander now?"
Who do I slander now that I contacted Jack? Like, you know?
Exactly.
Oh my god, that's just
It was very
it's
funny.
just the thing is, like, especially like with those jokes and stuff, you can tell like content creators like Tommy and Jack, like they're obviously really close. Otherwise, 'cause
Oh
they
yeah.
wouldn't make those jokes if they genuinely didn't like each other. And I find that really like that's why I've kind of like started seeing all the times like Tommy is like, oh yeah, fuck Jack Manifold. I'm kind of like, oh,
You have
you know,
to have, yeah, you have to have a especially close relationship to someone if you are going to joke
Yeah.
about marrying their mom.
yeah,
Like that is
it's kind of like
that is like friendship level 10.
mm. Like, oh god, it's just a connection like no other when you marry somebody's mother.
Yeah. It's like, how are we doing, son? Like, it, it's like the same kind of connection Tommy and Filsa have when Tommy jokes about stealing Filsa's wife and sending her to Big Star, but in the
Yeah.
opposite way, you know?
Yeah.
It's like the same but to the left. You know?
Mm. Yeah, I do it. It's really funny.
Like,
Just like I love how Tommy can just get on with like anyone. Just like,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, especially like that made itself very clear in like the last video with like Mambo and Gurian. It was like,
Oh my god. Hi.
it was hilarious.
Oh, sorry, my mum just walked in. Wait.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay. She just said I need to end because my sister wants to go to sleep.
Oh yeah. You're actually
Yeah.
we are like ready to end, don't worry.
Yeah, okay, cool. Sorry.
Yeah, perfectly. Thanks everyone for being here to this first episode
Yeah.
of Fancast, the fandom podcast. Thank you for being here, Toby too. It was
Thank
very
you
nice
for
talking
inviting
to
me. It was
you.
really fun.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
actually very fun
Thank you.
talking to you and doing this. It was very fun.
Yeah.
The next
Okay.
episode of this podcast will come next Sunday. This podcast will be available on YouTube shortly and possibly on Spotify. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but let's pray. Thanks everyone for being here. Goodbye, chat.